I have Brampton's Mayor Patrick Brown with me online, as I announced earlier. So Brampton has announced their Made in Canada procurement policy. So we want to know more about that and what other measures every Canadian can take to deal with this unprecedented threat to our country. Patrick, welcome to Radio Parvasi and good morning.
Morning, always great to be on Parvasi.
Thank you so much. So I would say this is one of the saddest day for our Canada-US relations. This is just unprecedented, and in spite of all the efforts being made by Canadian government, federal government, still Mr. Trump has not listened to anyone and decided to go ahead with tariff. So Brampton, being a city, I don't know how much role you can play, a city of Brampton can play, but still you have taken the leadership in this matter, announcing this Made in Canada procurement policy. Tell us more about that.
Well, first of all, let me say that this reckless policy of the Trump administration will cost jobs in Canada, cost jobs in America. It will cause the price of everything to go up in both America and in Canada. As Ronald Reagan once said, the great U.S. president, a tariff is a tax. A tariff is a tax, and taxes make us less productive. Now, what Brampton has done is we've recognized that municipalities do the majority of public procurement in Canada. About $40 billion a year of public procurement is done on the municipal level. So Brampton came out yesterday with a Made in Canada procurement policy saying that products made in America, American companies based in America, will not be eligible to bid for contracts or work in Brampton. I'm also putting forward the same motion at the Region Appeal, seconded by Mayor Carolyn Parrish. This is really preferring Made in Canada products. We want to send an economic message to Donald Trump that there are consequences for him being a bully to Canada. He is trying to steal Canadian jobs. He is trying to wage economic warfare on us, and we're not going to take it lying down. We're going to push back and stand up for Canadian jobs, Canadian companies, and Canadian prosperity.
Okay, we can see the effect of this decision on the stock exchange as well. Both the stock exchange in Canada and in US, they have crumbled a lot. So what do you think? Why he's so adamant and going ahead with this reckless decisions?
Well, he thought the stock markets would be positive for the U.S., so I think he's shaking his head this morning, not understanding that he has made a mistake. Our supply chains are intertwined. When you build cars in Canada, half the parts are from the U.S., half the parts are from Canada, and vice versa. For the cars they build in the U.S., it's the same thing. We are completely intertwined. Our supply chains are intertwined, and it's why this is such a misguided policy. Hopefully, Donald Trump is looking at those U.S. stock markets, and he's saying to himself, maybe I made a mistake, because this is reckless financial policy, and we all need, right now, I want to see a Canadian patriotism like we've never seen it before. I'm encouraging residents to shop local, buy local, support Canadian companies. Now is the time for everyone to come together. I don't care if it's cities, provinces, the government of Canada. It doesn't matter your partisan affiliation. Right now, we're all Team Canada because our economy is under attack.
Okay. Thank you so much. People are already trying to identify the Canadian goods on the shelves. It will be a little bit difficult for them, Patrick. I mean, our economy, our trade is so much complex. It will take some time. Do you think that he will rethink Donald Trump after what's going on at the stock market?
Well, I think that we can come up with ways to identify what are made in Canadian products. The Premier's already talked about having labels on all the made in Canada products. So we'll look at ways to make it easier for consumers to be patriotic. But let's hope that sanity will prevail in Washington, D.C. Rajinder, I would note that I'm going down with a delegation of Canadian mayors to make the pitch to U.S. senators in Washington, D.C. We're making that pitch on Thursday. And, wish us well. We're hoping that we can help explain to decision makers in Washington why this is such a foolish, reckless dangerous policy for both our economy in Canada, but also the economy in the United States.
Okay. Thank you so much for talking to us. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Bye.